Got it. Got it. Hello, 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 everyone. Good to see you. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. I'm so happy and excited to be here with you. It's a pleasure. No matter where you are, by the way, please, if you are in your pajama in your bed, if you didn't have time to put your makeup or to take your makeup off, let it go. Open your camera, allow yourself to be present. This is the theme of our session today. It's about presence. So please put aside all the judgment, all the things, all the list of how you need to be, what you should look like, what you should do. Put it away for the next hour and a half. You have a chance not to do anything, just to be who you are. And your presence, it's very, very invited here. So please open your camera so we can see your beautiful faces wherever you are. I'm Yaron Golan, co-founder of Points of View. And I'm very happy and excited to be here with you today. I'm going to lead you through the process. A few words about myself. I'm 45, almost 46 years old, a father to three amazing boys. My older boy is 7 years old almost, and my smallest one is 3 years old. So I think you can imagine quite a hectic life. And actually, we are here people from all over the world. I see some familiar faces from Points of View facilitators team and tribe members, and I see some completely new faces. So welcome to the Points of View family. And today you're going to have a chance really to connect with each other and to bond and to feel the magic of Points of View. And for those of you who are not familiar, I will say a few words. In Points of View, we are opening hearts. We are a global community, global movement of beautiful people from all around the world. We are opening hearts. We are breaking patterns. And we are creating a very unique sense of belonging. Very unique, especially in this digital and hybrid world, and eye-to-eye, heart-to-heart connection. This is the magic of Points of View. We have different kind of tools, physical tools that are based on photos. This is the language that we speak, the language of images, of metaphors. And today you're going to have a chance to experience one of our tools, the amazing Flow tool. This is the tool we are going to work with today. So we have different kinds of tools that you can use them in any workshop, one-on-one, coaching, therapy, consulting, and also, of course, at home with your family, loved ones, friends, kids. We have different kinds of workshops, online workshops, hybrid workshops, digital and live. And we have also face-to-face workshops, retreats, 5 days, 7 days. And the last thing, we have academy. For people who really have a calling to be a part of the Points of View team, for facilitators who wants to bring these beautiful tools and method locally to your clients and to reach new target audience, we have the Points of View Academy. And this is it. And for anyone who would like to learn more, you will have the option to do it later. So we have two objectives for today, and the theme of the month is presence. It's a very powerful, important, I think, thing to all of us. Again, I will talk about it in a minute. I don't know how your day was look like, but my day was very hectic. I came to this meeting, I didn't even have time to eat yet. I didn't eat nothing. It's 4 o'clock, and I didn't even have time. No, maybe I ate something in the morning, but that's it. Since things were so hectic and busy and challenging, just to be present. So first of all, thank you for having the chance in this session to be present with you. And this is my invitation for you. So the first objective of the session today is to breathe. You're welcome to take a deep breath, just to feel yourself. So the first objective is to breathe, to let go, to connect to yourself, to put aside all the noises, all the thoughts, all the things that you need to do that you didn't do yet, and just to be present. with whatever is. And to be present doesn't mean that when we are present, then we have a catharsis and we have an amazing connection to universe. Sometimes to be present, it's including also to be present with some more complicated emotions, and to be present in a complicated situations. We don't have all the answers and we don't know what to do. It's a part of being present with whatever is coming and whatever we feel and whatever is here now. So this will be the first objective for today. It's really to connect you to yourself, to your feelings, to your thoughts, to your body, and through very deep yet unexpected questions to help you reconnect to yourself and maybe to look at things about you, about your presence from a different perspective. So this is the first objective. And the second one is going to be to give you a taste of the points of view tools and method, and to again to give you a taste of the beautiful magic that happens when you connect with someone that you don't know, probably, that you never met in your life, someone that might be from a different culture, different language, from the other parts of the world. And for a few minutes, you have a beautiful human connection that you feel you know this person, or this person knows you better than many of your friends. So I believe that today you are going to have a taste of this beautiful experience with us. Just to say, we are here, many people from all around the world. I counted 20 different countries, which is amazing. But I want to tell you that probably most of us, English is not our native language. As you can notice, it's not my native language anyway. I'm telling you that because for some of you, it might be a little bit challenging to share in English and to talk or whatever, but you're in a good company. And I promise you, I will find a way to be expressive and for you to understand. And I promise you, also, you will be amazed how you are going to be understood, even if your English is not perfect. And so I'm inviting you today just to allow yourself to, again, be who you are and to find ways to bring yourself verbally, expressively, whatever you want, and see what happens. Before we start, a few logistic things. First of all, really to be present, it's a challenge in our 21st century, you know, all the time we have different kinds of challenges and things that are trying to capture and grasp our attention. And it's not easy. Everybody needs a piece of us, and it's very tiring and it's not comfortable. But in the next 1 hour and 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I want you to create a safe and quiet space for you just to be. So if it's possible, please put your phone on flight mode. That is really amazing. But minimum, put it on silent so nobody will disturb you in your own inner checkup, quality time with yourself. If you can find your spot at home or wherever, and nobody that can open the door and disturb you, that will be wonderful. This is one. And two, please have a paper and a pen to write with. Maybe you will have some observations, some thoughts during the session, so you can just contemplate on that and write it down. And the last thing that I want to tell you that, again, maybe it's not something that you do every day. I guess not. Talking with people from all over the world and connecting to yourself and sharing it with other people. And also, it's a time for contemplation. So for some of you, or for some of us, at some point, it might not be so easy. We might have some difficulties, we might have challenges to dig deep and to connect. It's fine, it's okay, it's a part of the process. I want to invite you to go a little bit for where you are used to do it, go a little bit out of your comfort zone. And if there is any moment that you feel uncomfortable, I want you to know this is amazing, this is great. It means that you are out of your comfort zone. It means that you are expanding your boundaries, and something new, and maybe even something good, can come out of it. So I'm just inviting you to challenge yourself, and today in the next 1 hour and 15, 20 minutes, to do something that maybe you don't usually do, and see for yourself how does it feel after you try it out. Perfect. So we are ready to start. And in points of view, we start in pause, to take a time out. We have a 4-stage method, very simple, yet very powerful. It starts with taking a time out and stay and just connecting to ourselves and letting go of everything, which I'm going to talk in a minute, and this is what we are going to do in a few minutes. And then the second stage is expanding our point of view, looking at our lives, looking at our life issues and challenges from different perspectives. So exploring, expanding. Then the third stage, it's focusing. After exploring different kinds of possibilities, it can be very significant, sometimes even confusing. And this is why we are focusing our attention in one possibility that really speaks to us logically, intuitively. This is the third stage, focus. And then the fourth stage is taking an action, moving forward and towards finding a solution and making a change. So this is briefly our method: pause, expand, focus, and do. And we are going to start with pause. So again, a few words about pause. I'm not sure how your day look like, but I have a feeling it looks very similar to mine. Usually my day starts at about 6:15 when my small kid is crawling into our bed of my wife and me, and wakes me up, and I give him a kiss. And then afterwards I take my hand, I found my cellular, and I'll start checking my Facebook, my emails, my this and that, and then it's time to get up, to wake up. I make me coffee, and then I need to get dressed, this, and kindergarten and that, and then I have to go quickly to work, and employees, and clients, and this and that, and I'm running from one thing to another all day long, just running, asking everyone along the way, how are you? Hi, how are you? How are you doing? Asking everyone besides one person. And this person that I'm not asking is, you're right, myself. Not only that, when people are asking me, Yaron, how are you? How do you feel? I usually don't really take the time to connect to myself, to bring myself and to be present. I usually give my automatic answer. Everything is great, I'm fine, I'm doing good, yeah. Tak, all the time. Most of the time, and you are invited to look for yourself, most of the time I'm on automatic pilot mode. And there is no really present of myself, fully present at the moment. All the time, I'm somewhere I need to be. I'm thinking about where I was, but very little about to be exactly where I am. So when we are taking a time out here in Points of View, it means that in 2-3 minutes, I'm going to play some music. Not me, actually, Marek, our amazing lead master that I have the privilege that today is my helper here in this session. So Marek, in a few minutes, is going to play beautiful piece of music. And in this piece of music, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and to let go and to sit with your body straight, with your arms open and your legs open. And during the music, just let the music take you away. And I'm inviting you to be aware to 3 things. And again, it's only invitation. You don't have to follow. Allow yourself to be. But if you are able to follow my instruction, then 1, I want you to connect to your thoughts. While the music is playing, I want you to observe your thoughts. What thoughts are on your mind today, now when you are listening to the music? Is there any thought in particular that is occupying your mind, that is bothering you? Don't react to it. Don't judge it. Don't go into this thought. Just try to be in a distance and to look at it. Just observe. The second thing, it's about your emotions, your feelings. While you are listening to the music, I want you to connect to how do you feel when you are listening to the music. You feel tired, you feel excited, you feel anxious, exhausted. Whatever feelings comes, just be with it, observe it, don't fight it, don't judge it, don't try to avoid it, just let it be exactly as it is. And the third thing, it's about your body. when you are being with your eyes closed in a few minutes, I want you to go over your body and see how your body feels like when you are listening to the music. Maybe the music will make you want to dance and to move and just feel it. Maybe there is a part of your body that is asking and requesting your attention. So if you feel so, just feel it and talk this way or another with this body part. And again, just find a way of connecting to your body. We are going to start in a minute. Before that, I just want to resonate in you a story that I love and that speaks to me a lot. It's a story about an Indian chief, shaman, that went to a journey in the desert with his few of disciples or whatever you call it. And he was walking, they were walking at the night, and this chief was walking, and every 15 minutes, suddenly, without any alert, without saying anything, he will pause, sit down, close his eyes for a few minutes, and then suddenly he stand up and continue to walk, and the disciples are all the time walking behind him. He doesn't understand why every 10, 15 minutes he's sitting down and then suddenly get up. They don't understand it. After a few hours of doing that, they stopped and asked him, "Dear chief, dear shaman, what are you doing? Why every 15 minutes suddenly you're stopping?" And he was telling them, after every 15 minutes that I'm walking with so much intensity and intensively, I'm pausing down, I'm sitting down for my spirit to arrive. So we're going to go into the pose, and I'm inviting you to just stand still and to allow your spirit to arrive. See you in 5 minutes, and we'll continue. Breathe and enjoy. Welcome back. Thank you. Okay. Before we are going to start the process, we have an amazing process for you to play today online, to choose the cards. Before we go into that, I would like to connect you to the essence of what we are going to do here. And I'm going to do it through sharing with you the concept and the meaning of points of view. You know, points of view, it's written points of view, Y-O-U, but it sounds like points of view. And so let's talk briefly about both two things. Let's start with points of view, the way we are looking at things. And I'm going to share with you a true story. They say it's a true story. We have it in one of our tools from the coaching game. In the 20th century, shoe factory owner wanted to expand his business. So he sent two of his top executives to a very far continent, each to a different part of the continent. The first executive went on a huge ship and was traveling over the ocean for 1 month, and it was really a terrible journey. He was throwing up and becoming seasick and becoming green, and on the moment he was cursing the moment he was born. And then after 1 month, finally he can see the shore, and as he was walking down the beach, suddenly he noticed that all the natives are barefoot. He held his head, he couldn't believe his eyes, and he went to find the telegraph to send to his boss, "Hi, I arrived. No one here knows even what shoes are. It's a waste of time. I already bought a ticket back. I'll be back in 1 month." At the same time, the second executive also got on a ship, huge ship, and sailed over the ocean for 1 month. Very rough journey. All the way he was throwing up and becoming seasick, becoming green. Really terrible journey. And after 1 month, finally he can see the shore. And as he was walking down the shore, the beach, suddenly he noticed that all the natives are barefoot. He couldn't believe his eyes, and he went to send a telegraph to his boss saying, "Hi, I just arrived. I met the natives. They don't even know what shoes are. Never heard about it. Unbelievable opportunities. I already started to make connection. Please send me 10 containers of shoes ASAP." Point of view. This is what it's all about. On any object, on any issue, on any person, on any taste, on any sound in our world, there are infinite points of view. And we're not going to do it right now, but if I would like to give you an example, I can ask you questions about the music that I played. For some of you, probably this music was wonderful and you can really connect to it and you love it. For some of you, it's not really your style. You like something different to do meditation with. For some of you, it was too long and you were just waiting for it to be over. You said 5 minutes, it feels like an hour. And for some of you, it flies like this, and it's unbelievable that it was 5. And I promise you, I play the same song and the same sound to all of us, and each one of us experience this music completely different. And this is without even going to the details of which content the music triggered in each and every one of us. For some of us, it maybe brought some pain and sorrow and wanted to cry. And for some of you, excitement and expansion. If I take it even one step forward, when we are talking about points of view, usually we talk about our ability to see, our angle of observation in any given moment. And think about it that in any given moment, we have something like 180, 170 degrees of frame of observation. This is what we can see in every given moment. And even though I have 170 degrees, I can only focus on something like 40 or 35% of it, which means that in any given moment, we also have 180, 190 degrees behind us that we don't see. Now, if we don't see it, it doesn't mean that it's not there. Metaphorically, all of our patterns, all of our knowledge, all of our logic, all of our experiences, they are a part of our fixed point of view about life. This is where everything we know exists, in this fixed point of view. When we have a moment of discovery, when we have a moment of a breakthrough, when we have a moment that our heart opens and something changes, usually it comes from the areas that we don't see, from our blind spot. The problem that usually when we are touching those areas of our blind spot that behind us, usually it's not so easy to be there. It brings a dissonance, it's uncomfortable, and when we are just feeling something that it's a little bit uncomfortable, we are trying to run away. Here, in points of view, we think that this moment of confusion, of uncomfortable, of something that is out of the regular, it's great. It means that you are expanding your point of view. You are starting to reach and touch some blind spots, some areas that maybe you never touch, you never notice, maybe you neglect. But over there in those areas can come a very significant insight. And this is what we are going to do today, a little bit. Again, it's only a short session, a taste. So we will start to do it today, expanding your point of view and helping you look at your life from a different perspective. This is what we do with our tools. This is what we do with our method. And today you are going to have the chance to play with it a little bit. We call it a dance. It's a kind of a dance. We are going to look at things from upside or upside down, from down up, from this angle, from that. It's a kind of a movement. So this is about points of view. There is also points of you and you and you and you and me, our own and authentic point of view. And it starts with the question that each one of us needs to be with integrity, really, to answer it. How much in our personal life and professional life do we really express our own and authentic point of view? How much in our life do we really bring who we are, as we are, when we are, without calculating risks? And maybe we shouldn't say it because they are not going to like it, and it's not something that they will support, and maybe I will just be quiet, I will sit down. How much in our life do we really dress as we want to dress and chose the profession to work with and chose the life partner that we really connect to, and not because this is the kind of person I need to marry? And it's even deeper than that. We were talking about points of view, and just to go a little bit deeper about it, I'm going to ask you a question. Please write in the chat. What do you think? How do we get our viewpoint? From what? What effect and made our viewpoint? Just write in the chat whatever comes to your mind. Freestyle. Our experiences, great. Thank you, Gabriela. Our experiences, things that we failed, things that we succeed, determine our interpretation and how we see lives. Our beliefs, exactly, yes. Our family, my mother, my father, my brothers, my sister, determined who I am in a way, or the way I'm looking at things. Our culture, if I was born in Israel, if I was born in Japan, if I was born in Lapland, it's a completely different culture, different points of view. Also think about it geographically, not only culture-wise, but geographically. If I was born in the Middle East or I was born in Alaska, it's also a different point of view. My gender, my trauma, if I'm a male, if I'm a female, if I'm religious, if I'm all those things, thank you for writing it down. This is exactly what makes us who we are. But look at something interesting. If we take a family, same parents, brought twin brothers, same gender, same parents. They went to the same school, so they had the same education. They are both in the same culture, the same religious. Everything is exactly the same. Still, each and every one of them is going to be a completely different movie. And this is what we do in points of view. This is what we are going to start and do today with you. And this is what we are doing in our own workshop and with our tools. It's an invitation for you to do an internal research about your point of view. And it starts with the question, does your point of view, the things that every day you wake up with, the stories that every day you tell everybody, you tell to yourself, about who you are, about your success, about your failures, about your aspirations, about your goals, about your whatever, how much of those things are really yours in enlightenment and with integrity of who you are, and how much of those things that every day you are waking up from the bed and fighting for, how much of those things belongs to your mother, and maybe to your father, and maybe, by the way, it belongs to you, but who you were before the pandemic and not who you are today. A part of the process and a part of this beautiful thing of presence, it's an invitation today for you to connect to yourself, to what really feels right to you, what you need, what do you have. And from that place to look at things and to come to life where you really with alignment and integrity with yourself. So again, today, it's only a taste, it's a beginning, it's something to to start a process, but it can be very significant. All right. We are going to use Flow tool today. This is Flow tool. For those of you who are not familiar with it, it's actually one of our latest tools that we developed. We developed it during the COVID-19, when all the world was in crisis and it seems like the end of the world arrived and everything changed. And we said, okay, wow, this is exactly the time and the moment where we need to find a way to help people connect to themselves, contain this uncertainty, and to help them communicate and to share and to talk with other people around them about all these in-between moments of life. So this is when we develop a Flow. It's a beautiful and powerful tool with 65 photo cards, with titles and lots of things. You are going to have the chance today. We are going to work with the Flow cards. With the 65 cards, we are going to do a digital process. For those of you who have the cards, then you can use the physical cards, but if you don't have the cards, just follow our instructions. So I'm going to guide you with the process, and we are going to share the screen for a moment, show you what you are going to do. Then I'm going to give some time for you. Mark, I think you shared the link too fast. First of all, I would like you to share the screen so we can share everybody and show you what you're going to do. So if you can share the screen. Please don't click yet on the link that you've got in the email, in the chat. We are going to first give you an example. So, Mark, if you can just zoom out, you're going to have the chance to choose 3 cards. We call this process inner checkup. It's an opportunity for you to connect to yourself and to bring yourself and to be present with whatever is here and now. And you're going to use 3 questions to guide you in the process. The first one is going to be about, how do I feel? Again, it can be, how do I feel in general in this period of my life, which is okay, but then I would like you to connect to, how do I feel right now? Maybe about this period, about my challenge, but how do I feel now? The second question is going to be, what do I need? You're going to choose a card with the title, with the photo, and try to see the connection between the question, the photo, and the title to what do you really need right now. And the third question is going to be about, what do I have? Many times with all this hustle, bustle in our mind, all the things that we need, that we have, we are forgetting that we have many times all the resources that we need around us. So this question is focusing you on noticing and acknowledging, what do you already have? So you're going to do this process, but before that, I'm going to give you an example and guide you how to look at a photo, and then you will have a chance to do it yourself. And then we are going to work also with partners, so stay tuned. Marek, let's give them an example. So you're going to choose the first card. Before you're going to choose the card, I want you to shuffle the cards. Below each of the cards, Mark, if you can put this card also more maybe in the middle, if it's possible. Great, thank you. You have this icon of shuffle. Just shuffle the cards 1 time, 2 times, great. And then whenever you're ready, don't do it yet, Marek. Whenever you're ready, when you are going to pick up the card, I want you to notice when we are picking a card and it flips, usually it has a very strong impact on us. It can bring a smile or a laugh, or it can bring a feeling of disgusting. This feeling, it's very powerful and very important, but they have a lot of message in it. And then after 2-3 seconds, the logic, take control, put all the emotions, all this intuition aside, and then it opens all the drawers in our mind. So I want you, not now, but then when you're going to choose the card for yourself, when you're picking the card, notice what is the first initial impact the card has on you. So I'm going to choose the card that represents for me, how do I feel now? Marek, please flip it. Thank you. Okay, notice that as we look at the photo, automatically it brings, it's triggering lots of things, lots of emotion, lots of thoughts. And I want you right now to see how you can expand your perspective about each of the cards. Each of the cards comes with an image and a title. And even though the title is very small compared to the frame, usually it takes all of our attention. So I want you to try to hide the title if it's possible, try to avoid it, and just look at the photo. Look at it like it's a piece of art, from left to right, bottom, up. And I want you to notice the details of the photo. When you're looking at the photo, first thing I want you to ask yourself when you're going to look at your photo, what is this photo made of? Facts. As we can see here, I don't know how you call it, but it's like a chain. It's sometimes when we're looking at the photo, by the way, we can even hear the sound. When I'm looking at this photograph, I can hear the sound of this, again, I don't know how you call it, sorry for my English, but I can feel and hear the sound of this clicking and noise. Shh, shh, shh. And look at the background. One of the first questions I want you to ask when you're looking at your visual, at your image, do you like this photo or you don't like this photo? And more importantly, why? What's in this photo really makes you connect to it, or what in this photo makes you resist to it? Also, I want you to notice what is the most significant detail in the photo for you. For me, by the way, you see those, the third wheel where you can see it looks like a mountain, up and down. That exactly, thank you, Marek. For me, it represents the high and lows of my feelings. That sometimes it's like a roller coaster. That it's all the time this movement from feeling high and optimistic and know that everything is going to be okay, everything is wonderful, and then suddenly when I'm below, I'm frustrated, I've lost what to do. So this is for me, my most significant detail. Find the most significant details for you in your photograph later and ask yourself why. What's in this photograph right now really speaks to you and why. Another question, and then we're going to move because we don't have a lot of time and this is not a workshop, it's only a taste. I want you to think that this photo is only one frame out of endless possible frames that this photographer for some reason chose. Only one frame from this specific angle. We can talk about it an hour, but I don't want to go there right now. I want you to expand your observation about the frame. Try to zoom out and see maybe more details on the sides, below, behind the frame, and maybe notice what is the situation that is happening. For example, what I'm seeing right now, if I'm zooming out, I see a bicycle, I see someone is traveling the bicycle, and again, I can continue and I'm starting to tell a story. Sometimes the story doesn't make sense, great, it doesn't have to make sense, just go with it, allow your mind to get loose of the regular fixed point of view and play with it. This is about the images, and now I want you to notice about the title. The title talks to our left brain, it talks to our logic part, and many times the title again takes most of the attention, but we can play with it as well, and it can really help us expand our perspective. Look at this title, and I want you to see what other titles here and then later on in your card, you can come up with different words from these letters of the title. I want you to ask yourself, what is the opposite of your title? Not necessarily the vocabulary one, but what is your opposite of your title later on when you're going to choose your cards? I want you to ask yourself, what happens if you add the word no or an before your title? Sometimes the title, it's not as it is. You can play with it, the opposite. And again, be creative. Let it take you wherever it takes you. Last questions when you are looking at the card. And again, observing the card, the title and the image needs your presence. It needs patience to play with it. Again, here in the next 1 hour, please, no mission oriented, no need to have results, no need to come, nothing. I want you to be fluid and to let the process lead you, and for you to be curious and just follow wherever it takes you. And then let's see what happens. Last questions about your cards that you're going to choose. I want you to ask yourself, how does this photo and how this title connects to how do I feel in this specific card? And how does it connect to my life today? What is the message that this card have for me right now? So, Mark, you can stop your screen sharing. Thank you for that. Everyone, I'm going to give you 5 minutes, and you are going to do this process with yourself. You're going to choose 3 cards for each 3 of the questions, and I want you to do it slowly, slowly. Don't, choose the card, tak, 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 ta, 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 okay, I got it. No, again, slowly, slowly. Start with the first card, make the connection, look at the photo, look at the nuances, look at the details, maybe even write down for yourself the most significant insight of the card, what is your takeaway, and then continue to card number 2. Do the same. After you are choosing the 3 cards, watch, sometimes there is a connection between the cards. Maybe it's the colors, maybe it's an object that comes in each of the cards. Play with it. Again, this whole process, it's about being present, about different kind of possibilities and connections that they are available for you here and now. So you're going to have 5 minutes, a process with yourself, slowly, slowly, choose your cards, make the connection, write it down, and then we will tell you what's next. You can go ahead and start your process now. Marek, if you want to choose for us maybe a nice piece of music for the next 5 minutes, something that will put us in the mode, and you are welcome. Without lyrics. And everyone, if you need help, just write it down here in the chat and we will help you too. Take your time. Use the cards to really connect to yourself and see what comes. Take one more minute and we're going to continue. Okay. Thank you, Marek. All right, everyone. So now we are going to dive deeper. And the way that we are going to do it, and again, this is an amazing opportunity. You will see it for yourself. We are going to do it through interacting with another. I want to say one thing about it, that we were talking about it a few minutes before about our hidden perspective. We have two options of being aware to our blind spots. We can either doing it by taking an actions ourselves and changing our frame and changing our angles, and suddenly we can notice a completely different frame. This is one way to do it. And another way, it's also doing it by observing ourselves through the eyes of others. When I'm interacting with someone and he's looking at me, he can tell me, he or she can tell me what I don't see, what I'm missing. And this is what's going to happen actually in a few minutes. We're going to divide you into small groups of 3 or 4 people maximum in a group. And Marek, if you maybe can share the screen, this is what you are going to do. Each one of you going to choose one of the cards, any one of the cards that you want. One of those 3, one of them, only one. And you're going to have about 10 minutes for the whole group, for all of you to share briefly about your card. And whoever wants to go first, popcorn style, just go ahead and take the stage. And I'm inviting you to share your screen so your friends can see your cards as well. And you are invited to share your thoughts and your observations and your feelings about your card. How did you connect it? How does it connect to you? If you like it, if you don't like. Participants, other friends of your group, just listen. Let the participants just share freestyle, whatever you want, whatever they want. Then after they shared freestyle, if you have questions that would help them maybe to make a connection, to widen their observation, ask those questions. And if you have any interpretation that you would like to give the participant that is sharing as a gift, do it. I'm inviting you 2 things in this process. The person who is sharing, really, I'm inviting you to take the stage, to go a little bit out of your comfort zone and to be willing to open up and see for yourself what is happening. Just to be brave. And the other people who are listening, I'm inviting you to be generous, which means that you have a chance. We are probably, most of us here are professionals from all around the world. Be generous, really give service to one another. Give them something that maybe will encourage them, inspire them, help them. And be authentic. Sometimes something will want to come out intuitively, just say it out loud. Don't think about the context, just say it. You will find out that sometimes this message can be very relevant to one another. So you're going to have 10 minutes, 3 or 4 of you, each one of you going to have 2-3 minutes to choose one card to share with the group. We will tell you 1 minute before the time is over. You're going to come here and then we will tell you what is next. So get ready, please, in the small rooms, open your camera, allow yourself to be present and take this opportunity of connecting with someone that you don't know from the other part of the world and see what happens for yourself. Marek, we can divide them. Let's do it. See you in 10, 11 minutes. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for sharing, for opening up, for supporting each other. Great. It's too short, I know, but you're going to have now more time. We have to finish soon, so I'm going to be very straightforward. You're going to have another time. We are going to pair you up with a new group of another 3 people. You're going to have 9-10 minutes. Make sure that all of you from the participants from the group are sharing, so be time concerned to make sure that everybody shares. This time, again, popcorn style, you are going to meet with 3 new people or 2 new people. Choose any one of your cards. Take some time to really share, to open up, to listen, to connect, and then you come back and we'll tell you what's next. It was 10 minutes, I know it flied, but this time with your new group, make sure to share and to other people to share as well. So see you in 9-10 minutes. Choose one of your cards, share it in your small groups, and then we come back. Please, Marek, you can break us down into rooms. All right. Welcome back, everyone. I hope this time you had more time to share and everybody had the chance to share. Just questions with yourself. How was it for you to open up, to share? How much you were willing to share and to really bring yourself, and how much you were more safe and keeping yourself? And again, no judgment, both is fine. How was it for you to listen to someone that you don't know? What did it resonate in you? How does it felt like? Great as always. Thank you, Elsina. Before we continue, Marek, I think you have a great story to share with us. So guys, here is a story for you.
One time, Robert took his 5-year-old daughter, Claudia, to the park. When they reached the park, Claudia started playing on the toy bike, while Robert sat on the bench nearby and observed his daughter. After some time, Robert called his daughter. "Claudia, shall we go now?" Claudia pleaded. "No, just 5 more minutes, Dad, please." Robert nodded, and Claudia continued to ride her bike to her heart's content. 15 minutes passed. Robert called again. "Come on, Claudia, it's time to go." Claudia again pleaded. 5 more minutes, Dad, just 5 more minutes." Robert agreed. His eyes were filled with happiness. After 15 minutes or so, the same thing happened again. Robert called Claudia, and she pleaded to be allowed to play for a few more minutes. Again, Robert agreed to let her play. A woman sitting next to Robert was observing all this and was quite surprised. She said, "You are a patient father. I appreciate how you accommodate your daughter's request again and again with a smiling face. If I were in your shoes, I would have certainly got annoyed." Robert smiled and replied, "Her older brother was killed last year while he was coming back home. I never spent much time with him, and now I would give anything to spend just 5 more minutes with him. I vowed not to make the same mistake with Claudia. She thinks she has 5 more minutes to ride her bike. The truth is, I get 5 more minutes to watch her play." And
thank you, Marek. And everyone, see where this story resonates in you and in this process. We are actually just before we are going to close soon. Before that, I would like to give you the time to share anything you want to share about the process. If you want to ask a question, freestyle, this is your time to take the stage. Just unmute yourself and just freestyle whatever you want. And don't think too much. Unmute yourself, talk, bring yourself. So who wants to share or ask question, please?
I don't mind asking. It's Paramjeet, yeah. I think for me, what was really fascinating was that we can talk about perspectives, but actually seeing it through the visual image of the 2 eggs and how my perspective on the 2 eggs and somebody else's perspective and how different they were and how much depth and I got from listening to the other person and really connecting with their story and a viewpoint that I'd never, ever, ever have considered. And it's made me richer as a process. So thank you very much.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And just think about it, all of it happens online with so much distance between us and so much closeness. Thank you for sharing. Yes, anybody else wants to share or ask question, feel free.
Can I share?
Yes.
I realized in the group that I thought I have the need to be listened, but then a question one of the team made to me, I need to listen to myself. And she's absolutely right. I've been getting this message to listen to myself for quite some time now.
Wow.
And I'm not listening enough.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Anybody else?
I'm Claudia. Can I share?
Please, Claudia.
I'd like to thank you for this experience. I'm new. It's my first time I participated, and thank you for the people who are in the two groups. They're really helpful, and I really like the process. And I was amazed on how such a short time I could do something. I could really, I could be touched by the cards and by the questions, and actually take action. Those people in the groups, I told them that I would take action from what I just participate in just this few minutes, and it will cause me to take action in my life. Thank you so much. Amazing.
Thank you, Claudia, for willing to jump into the water and to open up. Thank you. Yes, anybody else wants to share, ask a question, please feel free.
Yaron, I would just like to share, have been a part of the tribe member and would love to probably participate once again. It's been a few years. And I just wish an opportunity comes where it's like if I could just be an observer, but taking care of maybe all my travel or the stay expense, but be with the tribe again. That's the calling. It's expression, it's an intention. Let's see how it works out. Please do let me know.
Thank you, Mona. It's good to see you. We missed you. And I hope to meet you face to face soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, last person wants to share, say something, please. It's your stage. Yes.
Yaron?
Yes. Andrea, I can recognize your voice. Is that you?
Yes, it's me.
Good to hear you. Yes.
Well, I can say that after 9 years of working with you with points of view and being amazed every time that I use these tools, I realized that we give so much time to our logical brain and we stress it so much that once we can use a tool that allows us to put our right brain in something, it's so thirsty of having a space, a place to say, hello, I'm here. The intuition, sensitiveness, I don't know if that's the word, but feelings, emotions, we don't give them so much space. And points of view is like a place to put all the stuff that needs to say, here I am. Yes. So thank you very much again.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, everyone. First of all, I want to wrap it up. And just to tell you that, first of all, it was a real small taste of points of view and points of view tools. It's not even a workshop. It's only an experience. So I hope you enjoyed. Some of you are already tribe members, and I'm thanking you for being such an amazing tribe members. And to all of you, we have a beautiful tribe platform that you can join and continue the conversation. You will get a link later. And also to tell you, there are many ways to join Points of View, from joining Hello Points workshop, a beautiful online workshop with participants from all around the world, and really go deeper with the powerful process with you. You will get an email about it later. So I really hope to see you there. And we have new workshops online We have Turning Point program, 5 days. We have lots of possibilities. If you have a calling to be a part of this tribe, if you have a calling to work with us, we are inviting you to reach out and to make it happen with us. There are lots of things that we are preparing and we are inviting you. Let's dream big together. Shani, do you want to say something? Shani is here also from our team. You want to mention something?
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. Nice to see each time new faces and familiar faces. Yaron, the session was amazing today, like always. So I've been with Points of View for the last 5 years. I'm here to support you guys, help you dream big, become part of the journey, the tribe. I've added my WhatsApp, my calendar here. Please book a meeting. Let's explore more and have a great day to everyone. And
thank you, Shanika. Before we are going to wrap it up, again, first I want to thank you, Marek. It's a pleasure every time, Marek, to work with you. For those of you who are going to join Hello Points and Creative Practice, you are going to meet Marek in person. He's our one of our best lead masters from Poland. He's a part of the HQ team as well. And thank you, Marek, for today, and thank you the rest of the HQ. And before we say goodbye, I would like you to take a moment. Again, it's all about presence. This session is about presence. Take a moment. Take a deep breath. And I want you to find the title in one word or maybe in one sentence maximum. What are you taking with you from today's meeting? You can just write it in the chat in one word or in a short sentence. If you want to unmute yourself and to say it out loud, say it out loud. What is your takeaway?
Love. It is
Love.
love. Yes.
Yes.
Connection.
It's truly love.
Yes, what else? Can you repeat it? Say it again. Just say it, whatever comes.
Beauty. Precise.
Beauty, precise, yes.
Inspiration.
Gentleness.
Belonging.
Belonging, yes.
Connection.
Gentleness.
Connection and action.
Joy.
Clarity, inspiration.
Clarity, inspiration, joy.
Energize.
Energize, yes.
Gentleness.
Gentleness, thank you.
Movement.
Listen to
Be
myself.
yourself. Tamara, be yourself or be myself? Introspection.
Myself.
Myself, yes, Tamara, be myself. You are the best person who can ever be. Thank you. Yes, anybody else?
Reflection.
Reflection, yes, thank you.
Connection.
Connection, thank you.
Happiness.
Happiness, inner child, yes.
Reciprocity.
Again?
Reciprocity.
Marek, can you say this word? I'm always confusing with this word.
Reciprocity.
Yes, reciprocity, pure pleasure. Everyone, thank you very much for coming today. Thank you for allowing yourself to be a part in this 90-minute session, to bring yourself, to support each other, to listen, to encourage, to inspire. We love you. Come join us. There are a lot of things are happening. We are looking forward to give you a big hug online, face-to-face. Love you.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Bye from Israel. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Salamat. Arigato.
Thank you.
Besos.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Salamat. Kol tuv. Bye. Danale.